Hey guys, so today in this video I'm going to be talking about responsive web design, what it is, and also the tools I found to make responsive web design work for you. So first of all, what is responsive web design? That happens when you create a flexible web design that is effective on a variety of different devices. So for example, when I have something like Gmail on my desktop, I should also have it on my tablet and phone without the overall design or look of that changing. So in other words, a website should be recognizable across many platforms and different sizes. So a few ways that you can create responsive web design are media queries, and I will show you what media queries can do. So I'm getting a lot of my information from this website, tutsplus.com. I think it's a really great source to refer to when it comes to information regarding HTML, CSS, different coding. So media queries basically are ways that you can size your website design in different chunks of sizes. It's something that you can put in your CSS, so you would put this information in your CSS style sheet. Basically, designers will have three sizes: small, medium, and large. Small being phones, medium, tablet size, and large, of course, being whole desktop or laptop computers. And something that I saw on this website that I thought was really interesting was they show a smartwatch. And that's something that we kind of forget about when we're designing websites. We usually think smartphone would be the smallest size, but it's even a step further going down. So that's something that I think is really good to keep in mind when you're designing. Something that I never thought about before. So, of course, usually when you're designing with CSS, you have in your HTML a wrapper, content, a nav menu, and when you're using media queries like this, you designate the sizes of these like so down here. And I've always been taught that it's better to adjust your size by percentages instead of hard pixel count. So for example, if this is my wrapper in the middle, I think maybe it's probably 50% of the screen. That way, when I size it down, it's always 50%. See, even when I get skinnier or bigger. And when you use percentages like that, it makes for a smooth transition. If I were to do different pixel counts going from small to medium, you could see those jumps with those pixel counts, and it's a little less flexible. So I prefer percentages. The next thing that I found being a great tool is Bootstrap. Here it's mentioned. This is the main website that you can download it. I heard that it's a great tool for giving you grids, CSS help, and JavaScript components. I know we're going to be using Bootstrap later on in the semester, so I really look forward to that because it seems like it would be a lot easier to use this as help rather than just starting from scratch with HTML and CSS. So I think that will be a lot of fun. And Bootstrap also is known for their 12-column layout. 12-column is really great because it's super flexible. You can break it up in a bunch of different ways. So for example, you can break it up 12 tiny columns of content, or you could do 3 columns that are 4 wide of information, or 2 columns that are 6 wide, etc., etc. You can break it up, even number, odd number. It's really great. That way it'll give you the most variety. That way everybody is happy. And lastly, the last tool that I found is actually in the Creative Cloud. So if you're an Adobe member, this might be something to look into. It's called Adobe Edge Reflow. And it's pretty interesting. I found a video also from Tuts Plus that kind of is a great way of explaining how Edge Reflow works with Photoshop. So here in the video, he begins with a Photoshop file, and he has different layers, and they're named certain ways that are designated within Edge Reflow. And skipping ahead, he can create a plugin and actually take this Photoshop file and generate as an Edge Reflow project down here. So he can take a Photoshop file and turn it into a reflow file, turning layers into editable text and images for an HTML and CSS files. I thought that was a really interesting way of building something visually and knowing what it looks like while you're making it, rather than having a guessing game when you're strictly using HTML. I think this would be a great tool for visual people. And another thing that this video mentions is you can preview your different media query sizes. So right now he's looking at the difference between a 905 pixel width versus a 1202 pixel width. So that's another fantastic tool that Edge Reflow includes in this program. So Adobe, you have done it again. Well, that's all I have for the tools that I found in my research, and I thank you for watching.